InDesign offers us a fun way to have our text go around our images, and we call that wrapping text. In the old days, we called it a runaround. So you may have heard it in, say, Microsoft Word, or if you've used Quark Express, you may have referred to it as runaround. So wrapping text and runaround is really the same thing. So what I want to do is force this text, again, this is lorem ipsum, and InDesign now thinks that there are many misspelled words, so just sort of ignore those red squigglies. I'm going to start by making a little circle and pretend that this is a picture. So I just want to share with how the wrapping goes. We will cover this more detail when we talk about clipping paths and how we can bring pictures in that have a clipping mask so that we can wrap text around a picture. To start with, I want to change around my color here. So I'm going to make my stroke be none, and I'm just going to give my circle a fill of cyan so you can see what's happening with this circle. I'm going to drag the circle over top of my text. So right now it is exactly that. It is sitting right on top of the text. That means there's text behind it that I cannot see. So I'm going to open up my text wrap panel. Here it is under the window menu, text wrap. And we have some options here. Basically, these top options is what we are looking at. So we have a no text wrap, which is what's happening right now, and we can see that there's nothing happening as far as the text wrapping around. If we choose the second option, which is wrap around bounding box, and I zoom in just a smidge here so you can see a little closer what's happening. So this circle has a bounding box, and that's what this text is hugging tight to. I can change that amount by playing with my offsets. So if I increase the top, see how it bounces out. If I increase, and they're linked right now, so it increased it actually on all of them. If I unlink it, I can make one side become closer than the next. Okay, so that's the second option here. The third option is wrap around the object shape. So this then looks at the edges of the object, and by default, you're not going to have any offset. So if I reduce all of these down, you can see how it gets really tight next to them. We don't like that typically as designers. They need to have a little bit of breathing room. So if I give it just a little bit, it's going to push it out. Now know that we are working at a very small size here. My text is small, my object is small, thus my offsets are small amounts. So depending on how large your picture is, you might have a larger offset. Okay. The fourth one is jump object. This does oops, I need it to be selected. This jumps it, so it's either at the top or at the bottom and not at the sides. And the last is only at the top, not allowing any to go on the sides. So visually, the best option is probably going to be wrapping it around the object shape. Okay, so that is the wrap text around a frame feature in InDesign.